In the next component of this step, we're going to think about which ideas is the best for us. So for each idea, I want you to answer 2 questions. The first is, what are the biggest unfair advantages or strengths that I can use that will make my idea successful? In by successful, we mean that it makes a really large difference in a lot of people's lives. What are the biggest challenges I might face if I go with this idea? So, for example, when it comes to art, my biggest unfair advantage is that I'm really good with different art forms because I've been learning them since I was about 6 years old. For my biggest challenge, it's that building an audience on YouTube takes a lot of time. And I know this because I spoke to a friend who's a film YouTuber. And with everything else I have going on, I might not have that much time to invest in building an audience. For writing, my biggest challenge is that this activity is too much in the high school space, i.e. it's impacting high school writers and helping them collaborate, but it might not really have an impact outside of that small community. But I want to get out in the world. I want to interact with people who have more different experiences than me. So maybe this is not the best thing for me that way. And finally, my third idea. My strengths are that I'm good at teaching, I'm good at communicating, and I have familiarity with low-income schools because I've been working there for a while. The biggest challenge is getting students to engage in the program. It's also going to be physical, not going to be digital, because low-income schools don't have a lot of access to technology. Instead, we would be going there every week in teaching sessions with volunteers, which might make it difficult to scale and reach more people. But I can always look into digital options later. Now, based on these advantages and challenges, you need to rank your ideas from best to worst. So for me, my best idea, which is the one that I actually did end up doing, was the STEM in Teaching Outreach program. The second best idea was the art program, which I also ended up doing, but on a slightly smaller scale. And the worst idea for me was the writing community, which I actually never ended up doing. Now, step 3 is executing. The first and most important question you need to answer is,